Rescue workers in Tibet are working round the clock to search for survivors after a major earthquake killed at least 126 people. The magnitude 7.1 quake struck at around 9 a.m. local time on Tuesday. The impact was felt across the Shigatse region of Tibet, although tremors were also felt in Nepal and parts of India. A large-scale rescue operation has been launched with survivors under additional pressure as temperatures as low as -16 degrees Celsius overnight. Chinese state media reported that around 3,000 buildings had been destroyed, leaving thousands of people without shelter. Residents are afraid to enter some buildings left standing as aftershocks continue. Well, earlier I got the latest from exiled leader of the Tibetan government, Pempa Tsering.
The only source of information is the Chinese government agencies, whatever they report. So it's very difficult to verify the number of casualties of people who have succumbed to injuries, people who are injured, how many have been taken out of those places for medical attention. So all these information are still not very clear because we do not have direct access to information inside Tibet, apart from families who are reaching out because it's very close to Nepal, and many families in that region also live in Nepal. So that is also one source of information for us. But otherwise, it's very difficult to confirm. And the weather conditions, as you can imagine, the earthquake where it happened, the epicenter, Tingri, and the surrounding areas of Tingel, Hase, Sakya, Nyalam, and Namrim. These are other smaller localities around that. All are at an elevation of more than 4,000 meters above sea level, which should be about 15,000 feet above sea level. And temperatures go minus degrees around this time of the year. So people are having a lot of problem having to be relocated, and some more than 30,000 people have been relocated so far, it seems, according to government agencies of the Republic of China.
And of course, you live in exile away from Chinese rule there in Tibet. But what do you make of the Chinese government's response so far to this earthquake? Of course, I understand you have limited information at the moment.
It looks like there is the government has sent in or making good enough effort to save people's life. And a lot of local Tibetans also from the surrounding areas, and also Muslim communities are also coming together to provide shelter and food for people who are surviving. So it looks like everybody is putting in their concerted effort to save people.
And of course, this is an area that is prone to earthquakes. There are other environmental challenges. What do you think the long-term considerations for this part of Tibet are going forward?
As we all know, the Tibetan plateau came out of the tectonic shift between the Indian plate and the Eurasian plate, and there is a big fault line. And the whole area is very prone to earthquakes, and it's very seismic zone. So I think this is a nature's call to warn the Chinese government about developing mega projects like what they announced last month, mega dam on the Yalung Sampo or the Brahmaputra River, which becomes Siang in India. The mega dam is supposed to produce 3 times the hydroelectricity than the Three Gorges Dam, which is the biggest in the world. So the whole area is seismic zone. If something happens to that size of a dam, what could be the severe consequences in downstream countries is for everybody to imagine.
And that was Pempa Tsering, exiled leader of the Tibetan government.